Gaming news is straight to your ears and eyes. Today, we talk about the release of XDefiant, Nintendo buys Hogwarts Legacy, and The Sims rival Life by You goes into darkness. And much more in this episode. Hello, I am back and excited to continue talking to you about everything new in the gaming world. What a flood of news this couple of days have brought to us, or weeks even. Regrettably, forces outside of my power, sickness, and my full-time job took me into the darkness. It comes to an end. I've opened the windows, touched some grass, and I am ready to talk about gaming news. But before we keep going, I invite you to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and if you haven't already, ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on any gaming news or discussion about the gaming world.
Check it out, Flows! You made the front page!
You know what this means? We've gone mainstream.
Ubisoft rarely gets a win in recent times. Their newest announcement in the Assassin franchise has been anything but a PR nightmare, which happened to come out close to the release of their new multiplayer IP XDefiant, causing it to fall a bit under the radar for many. So in case you haven't heard about the game, it is a free-to-play 6v6 arena shooter similar to older and classic Call of Duty multiplayer focus, before Activision gave its full focus into Battle Royale. After a beta test from last year, the game received the name of Call of Duty Killer, not just because of its similarities, but also for its satisfying gameplay. Many players express gratification from shooting mechanics and the unique abilities that characters grant to players advantages depending on the situation. So it isn't all about shooting, it also requires some knowledge in using and applying said abilities. Ubisoft's track record with online games isn't the greatest. They've released several games and none have received the success XDefiant is experiencing. From players expressing their love to the game even if they aren't good at it, to others pointing to the fact that Call of Duty isn't worth the $70 price tag. Considering the current state of the newest game, I will say they aren't wrong. So what's next for XDefiant? It falls in the hands of developers. How fast can they fix issues in the game or implement whatever is necessary to maintain the game alive? Aside from problematic matchmaking at the start of release, which got fixed in under 4 to 6 hours, the game will have to deal with cheating, which seems to be happening already, bring new features or content, and work with monetization. It is a free-to-play game. They need to make money from somewhere. Ubisoft assures players that no microtransaction will cause a pay-to-win situation. The studio stated in a recent blog post, "Our goal is to be providing amazing customization options that reward all the matches and victories and even defeats that you put into the game. As you played that one more match, all your time and energy will work towards unlocking content either through Battle Pass or challenges." So basically, you buy cosmetics, not in-game mechanics, which is perfect. I hope the studio behind XDefiant can keep up the good work and continue bringing more enjoyment to players. For the first week, they've done great, and that is newsworthy. Now, let me clarify the title. Nintendo is set to fully acquire the studio Shiver Entertainment, not Avalanche Software. Shiver Entertainment is the one behind the ports of Hogwarts Legacy and Mortal Kombat. They've developed multiple high-profile Nintendo Switch ports, so it isn't a complicated buy for Nintendo to be doing. Nintendo announced the agreement on Monday. Both Embracer, the current owner of Shiver Entertainment, and Nintendo have agreed to a buyout. This is the first acquisition for Nintendo since 2022. Back then, Nintendo acquired both Dynamo Pictures and SRD. What makes this newsworthy? Well, outside of the fact that Nintendo's acquiring a studio, we could also think about the implications. No big company will acquire a studio just for nothing, unless you're an Embracer and just love to gamble with your investments. Now, Nintendo is a smart business. While many of their games tend to become absolute hits that sells millions of copies, the Red Studio wants to expand further away. Profit drives a business. Then buying a studio that can port games as graphically complicated as Hogwarts Legacy to the tiny and underpowered Nintendo Switch is a huge win. It will ensure future games releasing outside of their console have a chance of crossing the gap to theirs without a lot of hustle. Shiver Entertainment has proven it is capable of finishing the job, thus making it a no-brainer for Nintendo to buy it. While the headline might sound terrifying and worrisome, for the hit co-op shooter, there is nothing to worry about. CEO of Arrowhead Games Studio, Johan Pilestead, has decided to step down from his CEO duties and focus all of his attention as Chief Creative Officer. This man has proven one controversy at a time that he loves not just the game, but also the community. After the difficult situation the game found itself in when Sony decided to make PSN account linking mandatory for all players, the game hasn't been able to catch a break. Right now, it faces a backlash after several updates brought meaningless buffs and terrible nerfs to several weapons, in turn making the game unenjoyable. The Helldivers 2 community has been on the fence with the decisions taken by the developers. Now, the new CEO of Arrowhead Games is a former Paradox Interactive Chief Business Development Officer, Shams Jarjani. While his name is attached to a publisher that has fallen from grace in recent years, it shouldn't be a concern since Jarjani helped Paradox become the juggernaut that it is now, and left before it became the mess that released City Skylines 2. Jarjani has expressed in an interview with GamesIndustry.biz that he is here to help Johan achieve more success. He replied, "Bethesda has Todd Howard, Kojima Productions has Kojima, Remedy has Sam Lake, but when you ask who is running these companies, who is the CEO or managing director, you can't name the name of the servant behind the scenes." So, that's the setup. How do we enable Johan to make more Helldivers, and what I bring is a structure around that. Isn't that wholesome? A creative mind with a passion for making better games, and a chief officer excited to rally behind the creatives to help them make better and grander experiences for players? If only every other company did this, our gaming experiences would be completely different. We wouldn't have games like Skull and Bones, Kill the Justice Leagues, or Assassin's Creed Shadows. Ubisoft got named twice, but it is because they deserved it. Now, this last one will be short as not many are interested in the Sim Simulator game style, but I love the genre. Sim's rival Live by You was set to release on early access in early June. However, this week Paradox Entertainment has delayed it, though this time indefinitely. Though previously the game was set to be ready for early access, now the publisher Paradox Interactive posted a statement about the decision of delaying once again the game. "We believe that additional development time is needed. While we would have preferred to commit a new release window, we believe it is more prudent to hold off while we plan ahead rather than committing to a new date that we cannot be certain to meet." While their statement sounds like any other delay any other studio has posted, by looking at their track record, Paradox isn't sitting in a favorable position. Last year, City Skylines 2 had headlines, and not because of the improvements of the game, but rather the issues and continuous crashes the game had. So when we hear delays from this publisher, it's easy to see how their games might be suffering through development as they get pushed to get released. Probably Paradox wanted to have a release schedule of title one after the other. So far it hasn't been possible for them to do it. Like another game, Prison Architect 2 is suffering a similar path to Life by You. The game was set to release last month, but got delayed till September. On my birthday. Hopefully it does come out. But with this newest delay of Life by You, my hope dims slowly. But that's all for this episode. What are your thoughts on this gaming news? Let me know in the comment section. I'm the Honeybag, you're enough to talk about everything gaming from news to games. It's good to be back. If you loved the video, remember to leave a like and share, it really helps. Don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Keep on gaming.